Skylit nebulous here.
I was born where the stars don't have a name, where reality fractures and the laws of existence change. I open my eyes in a universe unknown, with the purpose written deeper than the marrow in my soul. I cross through dimensions like doors in an endless hall, watched entire civilizations rise, disappear and fall. Every reality became another place to claim. Every world beneath my feet was another conquered name. I wasn't made for mercy, I was engineered for war. A weapon without a question, always searching for more. I carried ancient power through the fabric of the skies, and every time a world resisted, I became its final night. But centuries became ages, and ages became dust. I started seeing something conquest could never teach me to trust. I watched the ones I conquered build their lives again, and wondered why destruction never felt like victory. In the end, I changed with every lifetime, then changed back once more. Some days I wanted peace, some days I wanted war. I became a contradiction, even I could never explain. A heart learning compassion while remembering how to reign. I've walked through worlds where time moves slower than a breath.
I've seen realities
where life itself has conquered death.
I've watched the birth of suns.
I've watched the birth of suns and stood where galaxies end. And somehow after everything I still couldn't understand. Who am I when there's nobody left to conquer? Who am I when every universe becomes another chapter? If I was built for destruction, why do I feel this way? Why does something inside me keep asking me to change? Then I found myself beyond the edge of space and time, a place where every version of my existence aligned. Every life I ever lived was standing there with me, and for the first time I understood who I was meant to be. I wasn't born to conquer,
I was born to choose.
the power was never evil, it was how I used it that I knew. After endless years of darkness, after every rise and fall, I finally found myself beyond the need to rule it all. Now I walk between dimensions, but I don't claim them anymore. I see the worlds I've traveled like reflections from before. I could return to being everything they learned to fear, but I finally understand the reason I've been wandering all these years. I was searching through creation for an answer I could hold, but the truth was never hidden in the galaxies I crossed. It was waiting in the silence underneath the endless fight. I didn't need another universe, I needed to find myself inside.
Extra life.
I was just a kid with a picture in my head, dreaming about the life that nobody else could see yet. I thought the road was waiting, thought the future would be clear. Never knew the past could follow every step I take from here. I grew up carrying things I never learned to explain. Old wounds in the silence, old memories full of pain. Every time I reached forward, something pulled me back, like the ghosts of yesterday were hiding in the cracks. I wanted to be a big shot, wanted my name to mean something, wanted to walk into the room and know I had become something. But the road kept getting harder every time I got close, and the demons from behind me kept reminding me the most. They said, you'll never make it, you're too damaged for the climb. But I kept another vision burning somewhere in my mind. I had nights I nearly folded, mornings I could barely stand. Still I kept another dream alive inside these hands. I'm built from the ashes, every scar became a stone. Every road that tried to break me helped me build my own. I'm not running from the darkness, I remember where I've been. Everything I had to fight became the fire underneath my skin. Now I look back at that kid and I finally understand. He was never really weak, he was learning how to stand. Every failure was a lesson, every loss became a page. Every demon that I carried only sharpened up my rage. I don't need to erase it, I don't need to change the past. I just need to keep on moving, make the future bigger than that. Maybe greatness isn't something that you're given at the start. Maybe you become the person you imagine through the scars. I'm built from the ashes, every scar became a stone. Every road that tried to break me helped me build my own. I'm not running from the darkness, I remember where I've been. Everything I had to fight became the fire underneath my skin. One day I'll step into that room I dreamed about as a child. Look around and see the distance. Let myself breathe for a while, because I know how many times I thought I'd never see the day. And I know the kid inside me never truly walked away. The demons know my history, but they don't control my name. The past can tell the story, but it doesn't choose the ending. I started with a dream, I walked through everything that hurt. And if I finally reach the top, I'll remember what it's worth. I'm built from the ashes, standing taller than before. Not because the road was easy, but because I wanted more. That kid who saw a future when the future wasn't clear is still alive inside me, and he brought me all the way here. I used to watch the heavens, wondering what they knew. Now I look above the clouds and see a throne I'm walking to. No army at my back, no kingdom at my command. Still the whole world feels the weight whenever I raise my hand. I wouldn't hide inside the shadows, I would make the darkness mine. Turn the streets into a kingdom, leave the old world far behind. Every warning would be silence, every challenge would collapse. When they finally saw my face, there'd be nowhere left to stand. I'd let the thunder speak my name across the atmosphere, make the strongest lose their courage just from knowing I was near. I wouldn't ask for their allegiance, I demand they understand there's a difference between a ruler and the one who holds the land. I'd become the nightmare they could never outrun, the storm behind the sunrise, the shadow blocking out the sun.
No mercy in my footsteps,
no weakness in my eyes. I'd watch the world surrender underneath blackened skies. I'd bend the earth beneath me, make the oceans change their course, move mountains like they're nothing, never question my own force. If somebody tried to stop me, they would learn what power costs. I'd leave a mark upon the world that could never be erased or lost. But somewhere in the silence, when the noise had disappeared, I'd hear the voice of who I was before I became feared. Maybe power wasn't evil, maybe I became that way when I stopped protecting people and started making them obey. So I stand above the ruins with the whole world at my feet, a king without a kingdom, surrounded by defeat. And for one final moment I would wonder what went wrong, how the dream of being powerful became a curse I carried on. I'd become the nightmare they could never outrun, the storm behind the sunrise, the shadow blocking out the sun.
No mercy in my footsteps,
no weakness in my eyes.
I'd watch the world surrender
underneath blackened skies. And if I could go backward, would I choose another road? Would I trade away the power just to carry a lighter load? Or would I still reach for the darkness, knowing everything it brings? Because once you wear the crown of fear, you learn the price of being king. Now the heavens know my story, and the earth remembers me. Not a hero, not a savior, but the villain I chose to be. I had every kind of power that a human heart could crave, but the greatest battle wasn't theirs, it was the monster I became.
Show yourself! Enemy spotted!
Override activated. Clear. Loot. Activate sonic speed.
close my eyes and picture skies beneath my feet, breaking through the clouds where the impossible meets. No limits on my strength, no ceiling overhead. A world that once seemed distant now is mine instead. I'd rise above the chaos when the city starts to shake. Turn the darkest night to dawn, give the frightened hearts a break. With lightning in my hands and the universe in sight, I'd stand against the danger and become a guiding light. Infinite powers, nothing standing in my way. I could change the course of fate with every move I make. Godlike strength, but my heart would still know I'd use everything I had to keep hope alive. I'd fly beyond the mountains, race the thunder through the sky. See the future in a heartbeat, watch the danger passing by. If someone needed saving, I would never turn away. I'd be there in a second, no matter what it takes. Maybe it's a dream, but I can feel it when I breathe. A stronger version waiting underneath, and even without power shining through my hands, I'll keep reaching for the hero I believe I can become. Infinite powers, nothing standing in my way. I could change the course of fate with every move I make. Godlike strength, but my heart would still know why. I'd use everything I had to keep hope alive. If I could hold the stars, I'd light the darkest road. If I could move the world, I'd carry every load. And if the impossible came crashing through the night, I'd rise above it all and turn the darkness into light. And infinite powers, now I know what they would mean. Not ruling over others, but protecting every dream. Maybe I'll never wake with lightning in my veins, but I can still be fearless when the whole world feels afraid.
No!
Something's out there.
Oh, I got cocky.
I wake beneath a sky that barely carries stars, watching everything I knew slowly fall apart. The streets are filled with shadows, the air is stained with fear, and every day the world I knew disappears. Corruption took the city, greed consumed the ground. Every voice that once had hope can barely make a sound. I tried to find an answer, tried to find a way, but every road I followed only led to yesterday. Then I discovered something hidden underneath reality, a secret buried deeper than the laws of what can be. Somewhere beyond this universe, another version breeds a reflection born from me, but carrying what I need. I created him in silence where no human eye could see, built beyond the limits of what this world could ever be. While I was trapped in darkness, he was waiting somewhere far, growing stronger through the ages, becoming what we are. So I wait for him to find me through the fractures in the sky. I can feel another presence every time the worlds collide. The closer that he gets, the more the broken heavens shake, like existence knows exactly what is coming when we wake. When our hands finally connect, every boundary disappears, every lifetime, every universe collapses into one sphere. All the power that was scattered through creation flows through me, and suddenly I become what nothing else could ever be. Infinite power running through a single living soul, every broken piece of existence finally made whole. The corruption that destroyed us has nowhere left to hide. I become the force that stands between the darkness and the light. I see every dying world, every reality in pain, every innocent life trapped underneath the rain. And now I understand why I was forced to endure. The weaker version had the heart, the other held the cure. I don't need a kingdom, I don't need a crown. I only need to make sure this darkness doesn't stay around. For every world that suffered, for every life that cried, I'll tear through every shadow, stretching across the other side. Now the heavens open and the endless silence breaks. The universe remembers every promise that we made. Two versions became one and nothing can divide. The one who survived the darkness joined the power on the other side. And when I look across creation, I finally understand. I wasn't waiting for a savior, I was waiting for myself to take my hand.
Forward. Enemy sighted. Enough of this.
Thanks for watching. Drop a like. Mighty Nebula 6 out. Fortnite Legends. We'll see you next time. Peace.